Hello
This
everyone.
conference
So
will
very good
now be
morning to all.
recorded.
So I'm expecting all of you install the softwares. Anybody who didn't, let me know. So if you're unable to install the software, we will check here again, please. So all of you install Visual Studio Code, and two things, your React should be installed in your computer, and Visual Studio Code also should be installed in your computer. So I hope all of you done with your installations. Anybody who is having any problems in the installations, let me know. So I think all of you done with your installations, right? Okay, let us continue then. So now the application flow we have to discuss, guys, here. And one more thing, how to set up your React project with Visual Studio Code. After that, we can go for application flow. I want to show you all the files and projects yesterday we created, right? So this is the Visual Studio Code I already installed for me. And where is our code? My code was installed in D drive. I have a projects folder. In this projects folder, I have React 10 a.m. This is my React project. Now you can go there and you can check this, guys. Can you see exactly what happened? Here we are able to see a file, very important file called package.json, which contain all the packages which we are using in the React.js. Okay, now, and this is the main file for package.json also. If you install any package, the package will be updated in the following file, guys. This is called package.json. Do one thing, let us do. Let me import this project into your Visual Studio Code. Guys, see the process here, how we are going to be import that into our React. So this is 8 a.m. I believe. Let me go to file, all of you. This is the file menu. Click on the file menu. Now open folder. Can you see there is a open folder? Where is your project folder? Go there. And this is my project folder. I think you guys set up in D drive, right? So in D drive, go to D drive. So in D drive, we have projects folder. This is my projects folder. Inside of it, this is the folder. Select the folder and click the select button. Don't open the folder, just select folder. That's all. Wait for some time. Your project will be loaded here. Yeah, guys, can you see? And this is React 10am is loaded here in the left side. Can you observe? Left side React 10am is updated. This is a node modules. Here we can see all the modules which we have required for working with React.js. And tomorrow you can work with any type of modules. You have to install them. The installing modules will be available in the following node modules. Node package manager. By using that, we can install so many modules. All the modules will be installed in the following location. After that, one of the important folder is public folder. We are able to see some files here. After we are able to see src folder, and we are able to see some more files. In the src folder, we have two important files. A lot of files are there. Index.js and app.js. Two important files are there. We have to check with those files, guys, right? So in public folder, in the public folder, we have a file index.html. All some files are images and logos are there. And now you are going to check the application flow. Okay, first make sure your server is running mode. You know how to run the server. I already run the server before starting the session. Go to your project folder D. Where are you right now? You are in the projects slash react 10am. React 10am is my project name. So run the following command npm start. If you can write npm start, your server will get started. Okay, in the projects folder, we have the following thing. So we started the server by commanding npm start. After that, it will take some time. You will get the message like this. Now open the browser with localhost colon 3000. Now I'm going to open the browser window and let me run the project http colon slash slash colon slash slash localhost colon 3000. That's the default port number, and you can see the output will be like this, guys. Okay, now right, the logo is rotating. You know how to rotate a logo? By using css we can rotate logo, right? You have rotate 360 degrees infinite times. If you can write animations, automatically that will be rotated. I think the same style they written here. So if you want to edit this, can you see src app.js? They said, right, let us go to src folder app.js. Can you check this, your folder directory? We have three major folders here. One is node modules, one is public folder, one is src. Node modules is very important. All the modules which are required for your project, they will be available here. Okay, now, so this is src and public folder. Now they said in the output, edit src app.js. Now I'm going to src folder. Here you have a file with app.js, guys. Let us open the file. Just click the file, a file will be opened here. Can you observe the code first? Take some time, try to observe the code. They're importing logo, they're importing some css, whatever it may be. This is a function open there, and it is closed here. Okay, now this is a function. This is my name of the function, app. So this is the export default app, something they written at the end of it. This is a container, a function having return statement. In the return statement, they written some HTML code here, whatever it may be. You are able to see it, right? You can remove this header. I'm removing the header. Now it is very clear. We don't have anything here. Try to go and refresh the page. Now, are you able? Just refresh the page. Will you able to see anything here? Just, it should be a compiling. Okay. Sometimes it may take immediately, sometimes it may take some time, guys. Don't worry. Right, can you see, are you getting anything on the screen? No, you are not getting anything on the screen. Right, do you have any error? Press F12 if you want to see any error. I have a warning. This is a warning symbol. I have warning. Line number 18, logo is defined but never used. Okay, so what is they're saying there, sir? You defined the logo but you are not using. Okay, let me remove the logo statement also. Now can we see, I'm saving the file. You can refresh it. Now are you getting any error? Console, no error, no warning, nothing. So I didn't write anything. Now can you see in the app.js, earlier we have some header code. Let me keep the header code again. This is the header code. Here we have some logo. This is the way of adding logo here. I will talk about later how can we add images in React, don't worry. So after that we have edit src. This was the written. After that we have something called learn React. Now I'm removing learn React. Now you can see this is the logo only. Now I am removing this paragraph tag. So now you can go and check this. That is also not there. Now I'm going to remove the logo finally. This is the logo finally we are having. I removed the logo also. Now you are able to see only the black screen. Now I want to remove header also. Now I remove the header, nothing. You cannot see anything, including black screen also gone. Nothing was there. So I want to write my own HTML h1 tag. H1 tag open, h1 tag close. I am writing welcome to React. Something, I'm editing this page. Now can we see you are getting welcome to React on the screen, guys? Here you're getting welcome to React. The output was exactly center of the screen. Why? Because they have a class name app. Remember, do you observe this exactly? What is this class name app? Try to observe, some observation is required here. So by just opening a file, editing the code, it's not the matter. Observe the environment. This is exactly, I have a div. Guys, generally in our CSS, we can take a div and we can take a div. How can we add a class attribute? Class is equal to some container or something we can add like this now. Is that not right? But can you see there is no class attribute? There is a concept called class name. Remember carefully, in React, class is a predefined keyword. Generally, a class is a predefined keyword. Yes or not? Class is a predefined keyword for defining classes, for defining classes. But again, if you are using class, it won't work. Can you see now they used the class here? I'm just going to write class only. I'm using the class. I'm not using the class name. Just if you can refresh the page, you can go and check this. I'm refreshing. Do you have any error? You don't have any error, but output is still centered. But you will get an error in the console. Can you go and check F12? You have an error. Warning, invalid DOM property class. Do you mean class name? Oh, the error was like this, guys. Exactly. So don't use a class attribute for defining the classes in React. You have to use always, wherever you want to use class, this is going to be class name as the attribute, guys. Now you can go and refresh the page. Now you can see there is no error if you can refresh the page. So this is how, see, observation is very, very important. What happened exactly? So we know generally in HTML we will always see class and class name. Class name we will see no. In HTML we will see always class with some value. We worked with the bootstrap class, some predefined class we added. Now here what exactly we are doing, class is equal to class name app. In React there is no keyword called class. For any element you want to design in React, you are going to use an attribute with name called class name is equal to some of the class you defined in the CSS. Okay now, right, this is what exactly you guys needs to implement in React, guys. Now and refresh the page. Now you can go and check this. We don't have any problem and any errors. Welcome to React. So if you can remove the class name app, you added the class app, right? I'm removing the class app. It was empty. Now you can go and refresh the page. It was earlier it was in center. Now it was completely moved to left side. Okay. Meanwhile, let me add the class app only. So I want to work with the app. Later I will tell you how can we design React elements, how can we design the React and everything we can talk about later, guys. Okay, this is all about our React. But how the output flow is executing, the flow I want to know. We are editing the file, we are seeing the updates in the front end. Okay, this is well and good. I want to know the application flow. When we are typing localhost colon 3000, where the request will go. See, what is the name of the component? Your component name is going to be app. I will talk about what is a component later, don't worry. I'm saying you, this is a component. The component name is going to be app, export default app. So am I calling anywhere? For example, if it is a HTML, generally we will write test.html, that will get called automatically. If it is a app.js, are you calling like this app.js, something like this? Are you calling like this? No, you are not calling like this. Will you call some welcome.js? There is no welcome.js actually. Will you call like this? No. Even if you can pass any parameter, that is working, but there is no such a kind of files are there in React, seriously says. But my point is here, when we are typing localhost colon 3000, where the request will go first of all, right? Let us go and open paint diagram. So in the paint, let me explain you how the application flow will be happen in React, guys. Paint. I'm going to take the paint, guys, here. So here I just want to make a small diagram. In the browser window, let us assume this is the browser window you are having. In the browser, you are typing something called localhost now, right? You are typing something called http colon slash slash localhost. You are typing, okay now, right? Open this also. I'm just going with this is the URL you are typing, http colon slash slash localhost, and you are hitting enter button. On the screen you are getting some output now. We are able to see some output on the screen, some output on the screen. How this output is going to become? Actually, uh, where did you written this file, this some output? You written something in the app.js only. This is the app.js. You written some code you written in the app.js. The app.js is calling automatically, but we are not mentioning anywhere app.js in the URL. But if you can see your project structure, go and check this. First, when you're entering the URL, hit enter button. Immediately the request will go for a folder that is called public folder, guys. What is a folder? The request will went for immediately public folder. We have a public folder now. In the public folder, it will look for index.html. What is the file it is going to be look for? It is going to be look for index.html, guys. Can you see? In the public folder, we are able to see something called index.html. There is a file with name index.html. In this index.html, actually, when you're entering the URL in the browser, immediately the request went to public folder, guys. This is the public folder. From public folder, how the output will be executed in the public folder, it will look for a file called index.html. Go to this public folder. This is my public folder. In the public folder, I have index.html. Can you see? If we can open this index.html, what are you able to see here? Right, I'm not able to see anything, guys. Can you see? This is all about my head tag. Okay, head tag, and they loaded some files which are related to React. Don't worry about all these things. I'm just going to, this is my head tag. I'm just minimizing my head tag. If you can minimize the head tag, this is my body tag, guys. Do you have anything in the body tag? I don't have anything in the body tag. Can you see? There is only one element is available. The element is going to be div id equal to root. Do you know in JavaScript, how can we get an element, guys? Document.getElement by ID. Na? Right now, from index.html, the request will immediately jump to your app.js, guys. Now can you see, this is the once you are entered from here, the request will go to your src folder. Now where are you going to be there? Now you are coming to src folder. In src folder, it will look for a file with name index.js. Now you can go and check this. There is a file with the name index.js, guys. Can you see? Index.js will be loaded. Index.js will be loaded. So now you can go and check the index.js. This is our HTML. In HTML, we have an element div id equal to root. Something was there, guys. Can you see? Id equal to root. This is the div element we are able to understand. Okay, now this is the only element we are able to see in the body. This element will be accessed by index.js, guys. Here they are going to write some code here. Try to see document dot document dot get element by id, element by id. The id root will be accessed in index.js. Why? Because in index.js they will bind the appender, they will append the data to the particular div id. This div index.html will be displayed onto the screen. So in index.js they want to display the data. Can you see, guys? Here now I'm going to open the index.js. Go to your index src folder. I have a file with name index.js. Can you see? In src we have index.js. Can you see this file once again? Can you see, is there anywhere document.getElement by id? Anywhere are you able to see document.getElement by id? There is a method, guys, in this file. The method is going to be react dom dot render is a method. Render is a method. This method have two parameters, guys. Here the component you want to load. What is the component I want to load? I have a file there. You can see this is the component I want to load. After loading this component, to which element you want to bind this? Can you see document dot get element by id? Can you see element by id? This is going to be root. Whatever the logic you are writing in the app.js, the app.js should be appended to this particular element, guys. That will be appended. The render method purpose is going to be internally, it will use inner HTML. The app.js, whatever the code you written in the app.js, remember this is our app.js. Whatever the code you guys are writing here, the code will be went to index.js. This is the app you created now. This is the app.js, the file you created here. The file is imported here. This is the file imported, app.import, and that was kept into here. And this output, whatever the right logic written in the app.js, that will be appended to the following element. So how the output is going to be rendered? Do you see here in React what people will call, remember carefully, in this we have a method called, what is the method, guys? Here react dom dot render is a method. To this render method we have a parameter called app. Don't worry, this is the app comma. Second parameter is going to be document dot get element by id. The id is going to be root na. This is exactly root. The statement was written inside of it, guys. Exactly. This is your render method. This is your render method. Who will render our output? Document render. So this app we are creating same in src folder. We have, see guys, here the same in src folder we have a file called app.js now. Now we have a file called app.js, guys. Sorry, in src folder, we have a file with a name called app.js. In app.js we have some HTML code, seriously says. So in app.js we have some HTML code. We have that HTML code will be binded to this app. Now this is the flow, guys. Exactly how the application flow is going to be happen. Can you see? First, when you are sending a request to server, immediately the request will be received by the public folder. There is a file with name index.html, guys. This is what exactly we're having here. Let me do one thing. Let me remove this from here. Let me move to, I want to keep here, guys. Sorry. Oh, what happened here? Yeah, this is what exactly the thing is you have to understand. From here, where the request will go, the request will go to the following location. This is how the request will be go there. Okay, now, right? This is our application flow. So public underscore HTML, there is a relation that is called document.getElement by ID, get element by ID. This is HTML. What happened? React DOM render. React DOM render is calling your component. The component is appending to this div element, guys. Exactly. Some code you written there. This is some HTML. This is the app.js. The app.js imported here to React DOM render method. This React DOM render method behavior is whatever the component you want to bind it to front end, the component name we have to pass here. What is the name of the component you want to bind here? App.js, that is the file you created. Tomorrow we can create one more component, hello.js, then you can write hello.js here. Hello.js document.getElement by ID root. That root will be binded to this root element. The root element will be rendered into index.html automatically. I mean, when you send a request, first request went to public folder. After that, you will went for src folder. Why src folder? As in src folder, that to index.js. In index.js, we have React DOM render. So see the output of these guys exactly how the output flow will be execution here. Index.js to this index.js, we are importing app. So this imports will be, this is going to be, this app is going to be appended to the getElement by ID. In public folder, we have a file called index.html. This is our index.html, yes, exactly. So this is how the execution flow will be happen, right? This is our thing. And this is lot of files are there. Don't worry about these files, guys. Here app.css, this is for designing file, this is for testing purpose. Index.css, nothing is there, I believe. Oh, we written some css for the body, don't worry. So if you don't want, we can write our own css also, no need to worry about it. All files are not at all required, don't worry about this. Just we have index.js. Index.js will be imports this app.js. The app.js will be rendered into index.html, that will be displayed to the browser. We know index.html is a startup file. When you send a request to React, first it will went to public, it will look for index.html, but that's by default. If index.html is there, that will loads. But in index.html, what is the code they written? Just only one element is there. The element is going to be a root element only. To this root element, we will append some data that is going to be, this is guide. This is how the relation. For example, you want to create one component right now. Okay, you can go and create one component, don't worry. Now if you want to create any file, you have to create by using src folder only. Now I am selecting src folder. There you can see there is a plus icon, just hover on it, new folder, new file. Now I'm clicking on the new file, so it is asking me to create a file. I'm creating a file, welcome. Remember, in React, while creating the file name, you have to use the capital letter. Starting of the file should be capital letter, and every file should end with .js, guys. .js. I created a file. I want to write some code here. Let me write some code, guys. Here I'm writing my function. Remember, you can write function or anything, whatever it may be. Whatever the component you are having, this is the function and name. Can you see the file name and the class name, either function name should be same, guys. My file name is, what is my file name? Welcome, right? Your function name also should be welcome. This is the standard you have to follow in React. Remember carefully, right? I created a simple function. In this, I want to write some HTML. Can I write the HTML tag directly like this? It is not possible in React, guys. Remember carefully. If you want write some HTML inside this method, always every method is, remember, a method should return the data. So we have a predefined statement called return. In this return, we can take an element, guys. Can you see in the return parenthesis, you have to take a div element. In the div element, I'm taking a h1 tag open. This is I'm writing simply a welcome component. Try to see, guys, this is going to be welcome component you created. That's all. Once a component created, so I'm refreshing the page. You can go and check this. Are you getting anywhere this is welcome component? No, you are not getting. Why are you not getting? You are getting welcome to React only. The component you created, that is created, but we have to load that component So who is calling by default? Index.js is loading, right? In index.js, you have to load that component now. So what is the component you created? Welcome. So now I have to remove app dot, I have to load import, guys. Remember carefully, the component you are including here, that should be imported first. They should be imported first. This is the basic funda. Try to see the component is created and imported. If you want to import your component, definitely we have to write a default export statement, guys. Can you see export default, the name of the component? If we can write export here, then only we can import it there. Anywhere you want to import, anywhere you want to reuse this component in multiple components, definitely you have to write a statement. Without this statement, we cannot reuse anywhere this component, guys. Okay, now you have to go to app here. Now I'm removing, just you can select this as an element. What is the name of the component? This is the welcome component you created, right? So this is the way of loading the component. What is the component you created? This is the component I created. My component name is welcome component, right? Info export default welcome you written, right? What is the name you have provided here? The same name you have to take here. You have to like an element. It's look like an element. Remember carefully, the components which we created, if you want to load them, it is always going to be like a element, a welcome component. This is the welcome component, you have to load it. Or we can load like this also. Try to see, this is going to be welcome, capital W, welcome, open, welcome, close. We can do like this also. Whatever you want, you can do it. For example, I'm saying you created user login.js. Can you tell me, if we created user login.js file, how can we load this? What is the name of the function, guys? Here the function name is going to be definitely user login. I told you already, file name and method name should be same. Okay, we can write some logic inside of it. Okay, now after writing some logic, definitely what you have to do, export default user login, the same name you have to provide here. Understand, guys? So after that, what you need to do, so if you want to use this in wherever you want, first of all you have to import it. Can you see my component is imported here now? Import welcome, name of the component, from welcome. That is the path of it, guys. Exactly, it will take the path like this. Okay, now so after importing, if you are not importing here by just writing this statement, it won't work. Remember carefully, if you want to do it, first of all you have to import it. After importing this, then you can write something called welcome, right? If you can write welcome, that will work automatically. You can write like this, you can write like that, whatever it may be. Let us see, I'm removing it again. You don't want to write the import statement, just you can see I'm selecting welcome. Can you see suggestion is getting here? Click this. Now you can see file will get automatically imported. That is the advantage of our editor. Now you can just close it. Now open tag, close tag, already there. Now you can go and refresh the browser. Now can we see in the browser, what are you going to get? Are you going to get, this is a welcome component. This is the component you created. So when you are having multiple components, then we will pass comma separated here, app comma, welcome comma. No, you cannot pass. You will pass always one component here, right? React is a group of components, right? What React is saying that, try to use app.js as a root component, guys. What I want to do, I want to do here app only. I'm going to take this app only. This is your app. Now you can see you will get the output called app only. You are not getting any other output. What are you getting? App. Sir, I created my component, right? What is your component you created? You created a welcome component, right? So you want to load welcome component, right? What you can do, you can also do one thing, guys. Here in this point of time, this is the component you created, right? You can load the component into app. Now you can go to app.js. Now in the return method, I am going to load the welcome component. This is what exactly I'm going to do it. If you want to write welcome component as an element, first of all you have to import it. I imported. Now can we see, you are going to see the output of welcome component and app component. This is written in app component, this is written in welcome component. But remember, when you are writing any HTML, it should have a return statement in a function. Return statement have a parenthesis, and definitely it should have a div element or any element you can take, no problem. Inside of it, some elements you can write it, guys. Exactly, you can write some h1 tag open, h1 tag close. After that, you can take some paragraph tag open, paragraph tag close. After that, you can have some section open, section close. Like this, this is what exactly we can write. So this is called JSX actually, that we can talk about later. What is JSX, why that is called JSX and all, we can talk about later. So now you guys you guys needs to get a clarity what exactly we are doing. So the component you created, right? What is the component you created? That is a welcome component you are loading here. For example, now you are going to create one more component. Select src and click a new file with a name called test.js. I'm creating one more file called test.js. I'm going to create the function again. Function name of the component is going to be test. Exactly, capital T, guys. It should be capital T. Function open, function close. Immediately, whatever you can write, you have to write export default. What is the name of the function? Test. You have to write it. Now you can come to this. Now you have to return parenthesis. In the side of it, I'm taking a do tag open, do tag close. Inside of it, h2 tag open, h1. This is a test component. This is a test component. Try to see. I'm writing this is a test component. So I want to load this test component app.js. You can go and write this test.js. Now I'm going to load test. Just enter the component will be loaded here. Can you see test is loaded? Welcome is also loaded. So you can go and refresh the page. You can see output of test component, output of welcome component. Both are there. No, you don't want to load the test component in app.js. You want to load this component into your welcome.js. For example, test.js you created. Okay, now I don't want to load test.component here, sir. I want to load this test component into welcome component. You can we load like this? 100%, guys. Why not? You can go and write this test component, just hit enter. The test component was imported on the top of the page and it was done. So guys, now can you see? You can see the output the same. Is there any difference you observe? Right, this is the component, welcome component. Remember, this welcome component, in the welcome component you are calling the test component. One component may be reused in multiple components as well. If you want, you can call the test component in app.js also. You want to call this in app.js also? Yes, we can call this in app.js also, because this component is reused in multiple places. That's why I'm writing this. And refresh the page. Can you see the test component is loaded in app.js? The welcome again test.js is going to be loaded in the welcome component also. If you want, you can reuse in multiple places. Yes, you can reuse it wherever you want. This is 100% possible. Can you see how we are using the components here? Every component that is you created, you have to use like an element. How we can use like an element? Just now I written here the code, right? This is user login.js. Then tell me please, how can we load this into test.js, user login.js? Once you done in app.js or in any other component, I'm writing in any component you want to load it. How can we load this user login.js? Can you tell me? User capital U, user login. This is the way. ORR we can use user login. This is what exactly we can close the element like this. User login also we can do something like this. Is the way of loading a file. Remember, in React what they are saying, in React app.js is the root component for every component. This is what exactly you need to do. In React, app.js is the root component for every component you are created. So why? Because it is a root component, Remember, in index.js, can I pass multiple component here? No, you can pass only one component. You can pass only one component. You cannot pass multiple component comma separated. That won't work for you. That's the reason I'm saying you, whatever the component you created, that component we can load into app.js. You created welcome. Tomorrow I can create so many components. You can design the components, guys. For example, you are having something like this, right? You can design the component. I want to design these two components side by side. So I want to display 5 components side by side. How we can display them side by side, and all we are going to see in the upcoming sessions. But don't worry, try to practice up to here and try to get some idea and try to do different scenario. Create a component, load that component into some other component. Everything should be inside the written method. It should not be outside of the written method. Okay now, so try to check the different scenarios. You guys may get any error, please let us know in the next session, guys. We can see on Monday our next session will be, but without fail I'm requesting you, all of you, try to practice this very well. Okay, right, thank you guys here. So let us see if we have any doubts.